This made me so sad. I was so sad for the people who lost their lives, for their families, and also for those that were traumatized in the shooting, but also for him. This is a guy who was struggling so long that he lost rational thinking and traveled all the way across the country to do this, and clearly felt there's blame to be laid. We won't know until they study his brain. But if he did, and it was causing neurological or psychological symptoms, they can be things like trouble with clear thinking, memory issues, judgment has gone off the rails. Executive functioning is very difficult, like planning and decision making, things like that. Can be emotional dysregulation, meaning mood disorders like depression or anxiety, or moods swings up and down and not being, steady or stable. What else? Sleep disruption's huge. And I can't think of anybody I've ever worked with or met that had head injury that didn't have trouble with sleep. So those go hand in hand. But the biggest one too would be personality change. And that's when we hear from the loved ones, like they're not the same person they were. They're very different. And that's tough to walk alongside. But the thing that I want people to know that keeps coming up for me is that if you have symptoms from head injury, you can do something about it if you act. That's the message, the most important message about all this talk about concussion and CTE, and this such a scary thing, CTE. And so can CTE be cured? I don't know. I don't know that. But I do know that the families that come in and the individuals that work with their concussion symptoms really see big improvement and they get their lives back. And they're not the people that are going over the edge like this shooter and committing incredible violence like Junior Seau or Aaron Hernandez or Dave Duerson or these other athletes or people that we've heard in the news. So yeah, just sad. But there is hope with this kind of situation.